try to keep it as straight as possible. Unlock, lock. Lock it. It's locked. Unlock 2 times. What is up, guys? This is the box. I already opened it just to look how it looks. So when you open it, there's a bag of everything. We have these where you could bolt on, bolt it on. These are basically like braces, basically. And then these pins, save those. We're gonna need those for sure. I'm gonna pour everything out. Some instructions on how to program the remote, which I'm gonna show you guys either way. So these are the motors that are gonna lock and unlock your car / truck, whatever you have. They give you 4. I'm gonna be using only 2 though. This one is the master switch. They have an extra brown, and then I believe it's brown, white, and black wire. So this is the master switch. I'm pretty sure once you unlock it on this side, it's gonna unlock everything. Master switch. And these are just like the dummy ones. These are only 2. So driver, passenger, and then rear, if you have a rear. We have the control module. It's by Install Gear. And then the controls right here, they give you 2. Not gonna lie, in my opinion, honestly, they should add some more weight to the control. It's really light, and it kind of feels, when you press on the buttons, they don't feel that cheap, but it just really light, like a light plastic feeling, which I don't like, because you want to feel like you have your keys on you in your pocket. But I'll see what I could do. I'll probably add like a magnet or something. And then these are the wiring. Don't get stressed out by looking at this wiring. Most likely all this wire, this blue and green, is to wire all the way through your door panels to get to these motors. So it's not a lot of wiring. I'm gonna just figure it out with you guys. So basically I have the control box right here. Might be under my dash. I'm not too sure where I'm gonna put it yet, but just an example. You guys can put it anywhere underneath your dash. This antenna, you can tuck it in anywhere where your control will reach. I heard it reaches up to 50 feet, which is good. You have your red, and then you have black. I don't know if you guys see black. They're connected to nothing. Everything else is connected to something except this, and then the antenna, obviously. All right, so what I did, I didn't have a battery with me or anything, so I got the jumper cables. The positive, it goes through a fuse, and then it goes to the control box. Negative, I have it, don't mind the mess, I have it on the black wire, which follows all the way through the control box. So you just can see that red dot beeping. We got power. So I'm gonna grab one of these switches or controls and try it out. You guys see how? Oh yeah, this is the driver's side, and that's the passenger side. These other connections, if you need it, you could test it on, you could put it on. Now I'm only gonna be using 2 because I got 2 doors. So unlock, lock, unlock. All right, so we got the power. This, I'm gonna bring it up why we need this once these are installed in the door panel. So right now what I'm trying to figure out are the LEDs, because they give you 2 purples. I don't know if you guys can see it. This goes into one singular purple, which connects in here. So what that means, because I looked in the box, it doesn't show you much of an instruction, just shows you a diagram, shows you that the purple are the LEDs. You guys can see how it's lighting up. It has power. So what I did is I tapped into my turn signal. I just did it as well just to test it, just to test what it'll do. That's dope. All right guys, first thing first, what I'm gonna do is take off the door panel, install the actuators where they're supposed to be on both sides. Once I have both of them on, I'm gonna start doing the wiring, start fishing them in, etc. But anyways guys, let me take off my door panel and figure out where I should mount this. All right guys, so once you have the door panel unhooked, I already found a good place where I'm gonna put it. I rolled down my windows. Make sure you guys roll down your windows as well, so you know how much space you have to play with. So I'm gonna put mine like around somewhere around here. Since it's gonna be sitting right there, I'm gonna have the little hooks. This is where this comes in handy, guys, or well, it's supposed to. So this is gonna hook in there. So basically, once this is hooked in place, I'm gonna have this rod together with this rod, and it'll go like that. I'm gonna have to bend this rod in place so it unlocks together. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do right now before I install this rod and bolt this on first and then figure out the rod situation. The screws that they give you aren't metal screws, but I do have a drill that can make a hole. So I'm gonna make the hole first and then add the screws that hold the actuator in place. But first I'm gonna mark where I want it before I make the hole. Alright guys, so I got the motor all hooked up. I have it right here, as you can see. The cable's hanging out. Doesn't matter where you place it, you can place it anywhere you want. And then I had the rod there, and then I bent it similar to the original rod. As you can see, it's bent right there on a 90 degree. Try to keep it as straight as possible. It stresses the motor less. It's all set. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then once I've done that, I'm gonna start wiring. All right guys, so I want to show you guys where I got my ground and where I got my positive for the brain. So the ground, I have it wired up to right here. This black cable right here where my finger's at goes up behind the dash, and I have it right here. As you guys can see, I have the harness already fished in for the driver's side. I haven't connected them yet, but I have that. That's the ground. So I was looking on the diagram for a remote start. This isn't a remote start. It's just like for aftermarket security. You could get a good positive that stays on even if the truck is off. In here, you do have to take off. I believe they're 10 millimeters. There's 4 10 millimeters right here on each side, on each corners. This is the cover that goes under the steering wheel. Take that off. Once you take that off, I use one of these. You could buy these on Amazon. Splice wire terminals, they help a lot. Reason why I'm saying this is because you're gonna see a bunch of wires, and on the diagram it said the red with the white stripe, the thickest one right here. I don't know if you guys could see right where my finger is pointing at. That's a constant hop. I heard you could get the turn signals as well, but yeah, I'm just showing you guys where I got my constant hop. I don't know if it's the same for 03 and 06. It could be. Don't quote me on that, but this is for 99 02 for sure. Alright guys, so I got it hooked up temporarily. As you guys can see, I connected them together. It runs through there. I have it in there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna just leave it tucked in there. I didn't connect the other side, but that's the wire you can see right there hanging right there. I'm gonna run it through the door. I haven't done that side yet, but I'm gonna do that last. Alright guys, since I know it works, which I'm happy, what I'm gonna do is try to tap in through the lights through here if I can. If not, I'm probably gonna do it manually. Just ship out 2 wires, 1 for each headlight, because I believe there's a brown wire. I read on the forums there's a brown wire by the BCM, and that is turn signal or parking lights. And if I tap it in there, I'm gonna see what it does. 3 plugs, the one in the middle, get the brown one that's on the first. I don't know if you guys can see that. If tap in one of the turn signals in there, that's what I just did. And so I just got these 2 wires so far, and it works like a dream. So let me turn off the dome lights real quick. I just tapped in those 2, the red and then the running lights. Lock, unlock, lock. If you guys have like a Honda Civic or Toyota and not a truck, this won't relate to you at all. What you're gonna have to do is get 2 wires, 1 for each headlight, and it's gonna be tapped into the parking lights. So whatever parking light you have, it's gonna have to be tapped into there, and then from there you gotta fish it in. You have to splice it into the 2 purple wires that you seen me put earlier. Or look up for your car where's the schematics for a remote start. Like in the schematic, it showed me that there's a full-time positive, a ground. Obviously there's a ground anywhere, that's good. And from there I looked for the lights, and literally the parking lights are there. Even the back lights are. That's dope. Block. But like I said guys, if you got like another vehicle, this won't work for you because this is obviously for my truck. Just look up schematics for your truck, for your car, truck, whatever you have, and try to find a power source underneath without burning anything up. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna try to get the horn to work. I don't think it's gonna work. I am gonna try. I did find a diagram, or I did find the wire for the horn. I'm gonna try to tap in there and see what happens. Alright guys, so what I tried doing to get the horn to work, which didn't end up working, they give you two purple wires, and these two is for the front lights. So this is for the right and this is for the left. Obviously for the ones that have a regular car and are not doing my steps, you guys can wire this to the left and this one to the right. It doesn't matter in order for your lights to work. This brown wire, it for me are my parking lights. It controls all the lights, so I have it tapped in there. I just disconnected it because I didn't want anything to happen, because this other black wire right here, it's on the first harness. This supposedly is the horn. I connected it in there. I'm pressing unlock and lock, nothing happens, no beep or nothing, so I'm guessing it doesn't work. So it's whatever. I mean, at least I got the lights working, so for me it's all right. It's a good thing about these guys, they really help a lot in splicing, way easier than just cutting with a knife. I used to cut with a knife, but trust me, this saves you a lot of time. And it's pretty safe as well. I was recommended this and it helps a lot. I disconnected the horn for the other purple wire, but that purple wire is what lights up everything when I lock and unlock. Well, I'm happy guys, I got it all working. So as long as you got the wiring process all set, everything else is pretty easy. All you gotta do is clean up these wires, add electric tape, making them all together, put the grommets back, stuff everything back up. What I'm gonna do is probably connect everything and then probably leave it on top of the BCM somewhere where it doesn't move, and then I'm gonna finish hiding those other wires that control the other one, and then from there I should be all set. All right guys, I want to mention for the motor itself, when you lock it, it goes in. For me, going in is unlocking it, if that makes sense. So what I had to do is I had to cross wires, so basically green with blue and then blue with green, in order for the controller to work, because if not, if I would lock it, it would unlock it because it would be pushing it in. I reversed them, so now when I unlock it, they unlock. When I lock it, it locks. You guys can see. Usually when you press lock, it would go inside, but I got it working. Everything is good now. Got the driver side done. Just doing this, pretty easy. And that's about it guys. Right now I'm about to cover this with electric tape and then put the door panel on and see the final results tomorrow morning. All right guys, so it's been a couple weeks later, and honestly I haven't had a problem since. Everything's working flawlessly, and you guys can see that's how it looks right now. The cool thing about 99 through 02 is that you could take out the key from the ignition. I'm not sure if 03 through 06 can do that. If not, you guys are lucky as well. It is on. I obviously have the key on me, so I could lock it and unlock it through right here, as you guys can see. That's driver's side. It works flawlessly. Everything came out good. It is pretty cold out, you guys can see. It's snowing out. My truck is a mess because I've been taking it to work, so don't mind the mess. It is my daily. So unlock, lock, unlock, lock. So right now I completely turned it off, like if I'm about to park. So lock it, just lock, unlock 2 times. All right, I'm gonna turn it on real quick. I'm gonna turn it back on. I did turn the lights on, but as you guys can see, it works flawlessly. I'm actually pretty happy. For 40 bucks plus tax, I say it's worth it, honestly. My truck is manual, so I can't have remote start or like an aftermarket Viper, so I'd rather get a cheap one, you know, because I'm gonna turn off the stereo. Don't mind the cluster guys, it is a Christmas tree. Like I said guys, it's been like a couple weeks. It's been working flawlessly, especially in this cold weather. Now it's 27 degrees where I'm at. The lowest it's been, they have, like I went out, was around like 15 degrees. I think it kind of struggled, but it went through it like nothing. But it's been working flawlessly, and I'm happy for 40 bucks. You know, it's worth it guys. You could have your work truck, whatever. This is really easy to install. All you need is the schematics for a remote start. All you guys need to find is an ignition, a good ground, and the lights and the horn. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the horn. I didn't really look into the horn, but I did realize I was trying to connect that purple cable to the horn, but the thing is, the horn in the BCM is a negative. So most likely if I connect that purple wire that I tried connecting, as you guys can see I tried connecting it, which nothing happened, is because that purple wire was a positive, and that horn that's in the BCM under there is a negative. So positive, negative don't go. That's why it wasn't working. So what I'm gonna do is once it's nicer outside, I'm gonna run a cable from that purple wire all the way to the horn itself, tap it into the positive of the horn. So most likely it will work if I tap in with the positive of the horn, because when you unlock it, since I have a spare purple wire for lights, I'm gonna use that spare wire for the horn, and then from there I'll just tap it into the positive horn. So each time I would unlock or lock, it is gonna beep even if you unlock it, which is gonna be kind of annoying, but that's one way you guys can do, because I think that sucks. But yeah guys, that's the bad part, is that this kit does not have the horn option. I don't know why, but most likely you can use that extra wire, that if you have an extra wire, or you probably tap it in, but most likely I can use that extra wire that I have for the horn. It's been a couple of weeks and it's been doing really good. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. You know, I'm gonna end up trying doing the horn when it gets nicer out, and also I am gonna try to get these to light up as well together with this. For the ones that don't know, these come factory. I just have it LED. I'm gonna try to get that to work together. If I do get the horn to work, I'll probably explain it what I did when I do the video on getting those lights to work. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoy these types of video, and if you guys do enjoy these types of video, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you're not, because I know some of you guys aren't, but it's cool. But yeah guys, until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.